Yo, fellas, what's up? Welcome to the Friday edition here of Winning Bets, the money making weekend edition here of Winning Bets. Appreciate you guys kicking off another morning with me here, coming off another successful day yesterday. We've now put ourselves in prime position to have ourselves just a fantastic week as we again roll into money making weekend. We got a lot of show on tap. We got to go ahead and give away 5 Inter Milan jerseys to 5 lucky people out there. We've also got to set the table. Remember what we did last NFL Sunday? We went 9-0. That's right. Hit that like button if you want to bring that positive energy so we can try and go 9-0 again this Sunday. We've also got some weekend Premier League bets. We've also got a little soccer bets we need to go ahead and also get in Bundesliga and I think League One, if I recall correctly. And then we got to talk some NASCAR as well. So let's go ahead and do what we always do, though. Let's make sure we go ahead and always make sure we recap the previous day. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and throw it up on the screen. You can see yesterday we made 0.76 units, going 2-1. It all started off yesterday with a great cash there in soccer in the Europa League. I only gave you guys one bet. There was only one bet I felt confident about, and it was in Red Star game, over 2.5 goals. I'm wondering who out there has been really falling in love with me the last couple weeks. So if you find a game you like the over, around 25, 30 minutes, there's no goals, but damn it, you were like, I think there's going to be goals in this game. So you wait for that to go get plus money, and then you hit it. Who hit that bet with me yesterday? Because a half hour into that game, there were no goals, and then there was a goal in the 39th minute, and I think a goal in the 41st minute, set up nice 2 goals at halftime, and then the third goal came there. I think it was in the 65th minute, if I recall correctly. So anyways, I'm just curious. We've been doing that enough. You guys remember we did it for West Ham Bournemouth, where it was an official bet. This bet here that I'm showing, this live bet, obviously does not make the recap. I think those are a little unfair to everybody unless you're given a warning like that West Ham Bournemouth one. But I was just kind of curious if anybody else waited for that to get plus money and then hit it. If you did that, just drop a little comment in the comment section. Just kind of curious right there. Otherwise, if we move along here in the recap, Sharks Maple Leafs under 6.5. Guys, you know when the first goal came? The first goal came on the first shot in the 26 seconds. I said, wow, did I have my NHL betting is going to go ahead and start this season? I get the first shot, get the goal in the 26 seconds in the match. Well, it was 1-1 after the first period, so okay, cool, we're on pace. 3-2 after the second period. That's not good, because if we get a 3-3 tie, that's a guaranteed loser. We need a 4-2 win by the Sharks. Unfortunately, we got the 3-3 tie and a guaranteed loser in overtime as the game finished 4-3, but we bounced back with Lamar Jackson over 17.5 rushing yards on his longest carry. Got that on his first carry in the second half. You guys watching that game, what the hell were the Ravens doing? Were they just like trying to gift the Buccaneers some good feelings and some points in the first half? Like, remember when they came out and Herb Street said it perfectly with Al Michaels? They even put up the graphic as the Ravens came out for their first drive in the third quarter, and they had like 7 rushing attempts and it was like 30-some passing attempts. Like, that's not Ravens football. Ravens football wants to pound it on the ground, keep you second guessing on the ground, and then sprinkle in some passes. Well, thankfully for us, they changed the script in the second half. And again, on his first carry, soon as he broke through that line of scrimmage, I said, oh shit, you could tell he was full head of steam going downhill. And you knew he was going to rip off a big run. And again, he got 25 yards on that carry. So good stuff right there. Over 17.5 rushing yards. Tom Brady is done. We were on that Ravens in terms of, in that same game parlay, like the Ravens on that money line. A lot of love yesterday out there for the Patriots, and I don't get it. That team is terrible. Brady missing wide open receivers. Can't hit Kyle Rudolph in the end zone. Can't even throw a wide receiver screen to Mike Evans. Done, boys, done. Look out for the Atlanta Falcons to maybe win that division. They're sitting in first place at 3-4. All right, I'm not seeing anything out of the Buccaneers that would make me want to, get behind them. So, all right, guys, again, on the day at plus 0.76 units. Now we head into money-making weekend at plus 5.35 units. Absolutely love to see that right there. Let's jump in that comment section, and then let's go ahead and give away some jerseys on today's show. Mike coming in with, he went on a tear, tail-end soccer bets with reduced juice. We hit one of those last weekend in the Bundesliga in League One, Mike. Remember, it was plus 171. I got another one cooked up for you today, Mike. It's in the Portuguese League and League One. We took 3 games, like you said, bringing them down to our sweet number at over 1.5 goals and hit that parlay. I'll get you that one here in a second, Mike, but I look forward to cashing that one with you. Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've been cutting them close, Ryan. I just think that's gambling. I mean, sportsbooks ain't giving out free money. The amount of wins and losses you have on the hook or around the hook, That's gambling. That's the way it is right there. Are you still doing NBA bets? Got 3 NBA bets for you today, my man. Got 3 NBA bets for you today. Going to jump into the NBA today for the first time this season, and got a full steam ahead in the NBA now that we're jumping into it. Oh yeah, 2 disallowed goals. Unlucky there, Fish. Unlucky. All right, with that, let's go ahead now and get to this free giveaway on Money Making Weekend, boys. I like where this attitude's at. You guys remember we had the hammer play, the absolute hammer play, Inter Milan to score 2 goals in the first half at plus 160. I'm still like, my bank account, woo, that is pretty. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying that win. And hammer plays don't come around that often. You guys remember, I don't do that very often. When I do say, hey, I got multiple units on this, that speaks for my confidence. I'm not one of these guys that has a hammer play every day. You find guys that have a hammer play every day. I don't know how the hell you have a hammer play every day. These sportsbooks ain't giving out free money. There ain't value like that to be found out there to have a hammer every day. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And to get that at plus 160, you're going to go find somebody else that's going to give you a hammer play. They ain't going to have the stones to give you a plus 160 and put 4 units on a plus 160 bet. God damn, what a great cash, boys, that was. Let's go ahead and give away 5 jerseys. This is how we do it here. You guys remember how we do it? We put everybody's name in a hat, so to speak. We go to Google. We do the random number generator. We need 1 through 17. And this is how we hit it, boys. Let's see who these 5 people are. I got to write down these numbers as they come up. Let's see who these 5 people are. Here we go. 2. 9. 14. 4 and 10. 2 is Brian. Brian's one right there. That's who Hill 1989 is. That's Brian. Come on down, Brian. Number 9 is Corey H. Corey H., come on down. Get yourself an Inter Milan jersey. Number 14 is Saeed. Come on down. Or no, Professor. Sorry there. Sorry, Saeed. Get you a little excited on this Friday morning. My bad, man. It's Professor at number 14. Number 4 is Sean F. Sean F., come on down and get you a jersey. And number 10 is Ryan C. So those are the winners right there. Again, we've got number 2, number 9, number 14, number 4, and number 10. If those are your numbers, if that's your name, hit me up on Twitter. I need your name, your mailing address, and your shirt size. And you've got a nice Inter Milan jersey coming your way. And I look forward to wearing mine next week on the show. Hopefully it arrives in time. So everybody else, if you didn't win, you guys know we do free giveaways from time to time. So we look forward to doing another one. And hopefully you guys can be winners hopefully on the next one. So, but congratulations to those 5. It was, more importantly, it was fun hitting the hammer with you guys. And this was just something a little bit extra I wanted to do. My bank account appreciated that win. So let's get it, boys. Let's get it. There you go. There's the one winner there for the jersey. All right, let's keep this show on moving. What first thing we need to talk about here is NASCAR head-to-head. Remember, I gave you guys 3 NASCAR head-to-head bets last week, and we went 2-1. Here's the problem, though, this week. They're racing at Martinsville. I've already previewed this race on this weekend's Highline podcast. They raced at Martinsville earlier this season, and it was easily, not even close, the worst race of the season you could not pass. So I don't have any NASCAR head-to-head bets because the worst thing I want to do is go ahead and give you guys NASCAR head-to-head bets and they can't pass again this Sunday, and then we got no chance of winning because your only chance to make a pass is on pit road because you can't pass it on the actual track. So I want to, see qualifying because I want to know who's starting where if we get another scenario where you can't pass. And I'm not exaggerating it, guys. That race earlier this season was absolutely atrocious. I wasted all my goddamn time watching that, and it was painful to watch it. Nobody could pass. So we need to see qualifying. I got my eyes circled on some guys that are doing well in the pits, like a Ross Chastain. He is one of the best pit teams in this playoffs. They're gaining positions like crazy on pit road. Guys like that, or maybe if you can't get passing, maybe if you're starting neck and neck with somebody, do you have a pit road advantage? Is your pit team better doing that? You can find these guys in the pits, they get graded just like everybody else gets graded. So it's easy to find out which pit teams are the better. All right, so no NASCAR head-to-heads. We get qualifying on Saturday. You guys know me. I'm more than interested in betting NASCAR. Just make sure you give me a follow on Twitter. We'll see how qualifying shakes out. More importantly, this race better be good. It's the cutoff race to get to the championship for. We need a good race. But, all right, so that's why we've got no NASCAR head-to-head bets as of right now on Friday morning. All right, let's go ahead now and get to some NBA bets. These lines move quick. I already tweeted them. If you're used to following me last season in the NBA first quarter, these lines move fast. I will never wait to the show to give you guys these bets. They will always come out on Twitter we witnessed it last season. Very, very fast line movement. I'm going to go ahead and jump in it for my first time this season on the NBA. I'm really going to just do the angle that we crushed last season, which is NBA first quarter. Obviously, it's a small sample size, but enough of a sample size where I feel comfortable. So we'll go ahead and do 76ers Raptors over 54.5 points. We'll do Hornets Magic over 54.5 points. And then you know who's the number one team in scoring in the first quarter at 31 points? That's your Timberwolves. You know who's dead last in the NBA scoring in the first quarter with 23 points? That's your Los Angeles Lakers. Timberwolves play the Lakers today, so you got to take the first place team up against the worst place team all day long. Give me those Timberwolves at minus 1.5 against the spread in the first quarter at minus 140. All was BetMGM, and PointsBet, if you want to know the book, but I'm not including the book now because maybe that's changed and those are no longer the best prices, but that is a starting jump for you is BetMGM and PointsBet. Look forward to getting right back on that angle and crushing NBA first quarters with you guys. All right, let's go ahead now, move the conversation to baseball. Just to remind everybody, the bet that we gave out the other day, we're going to go ahead and ride the under today on this baseball game. And god damn, it feels like forever since we got a baseball game. Like, when was the last time a baseball game was played? Like, do we got to have 5 days off? The excitement and the enthusiasm is kind of worn off. It'll come as, you get closer to first pitch, but boy, lots of time off here between these AL and NLCS and the World Series, which to me is kind of a joke. I think you got to modify these contract agreements with these TV broadcasters and get rid of this 5-day layoff. A bunch of old geezers running baseball. And they need to get to some modern times because they didn't know how society runs nowadays. I can't wait 5 days for something. Hey, give me this shit now. So anyways, all right, we'll go and roll with those Phillies and Astros under 6.5 runs at plus 104. All right, let's go ahead now and get to some soccer. We got weekend Premier League action. And then like Mike was asking, Mike said, hey man, I need a reduced juice kind of parlay. Got one for you there. Don't forget, guys, we've got a 3-unit banker in the Premier League this week, and the 3-unit banker, I think it's another absolute jewel. Unfortunately, it's not plus 160, but it's minus 115, so it's not bad. It's Fulham and Everton over 2.5 goals. If you're sitting there thinking, didn't he just say that if you expect the game to have goals, and after about 30 minutes, if there's no goals and it's plus money, you should live bet it? I know I'll be live betting Fulham and Everton on the side if it's getting, 30-ish minutes and no goals, because I'm absolutely expecting a goal fest in that one. So go ahead and give me over 2.5. Also, Brentford taking on Chelsea, or Brentford's taking on Wolves. Sorry, Brentford's taking on Wolves. I'll take that money line at plus 120. Brighton's taking on Chelsea. I'll take Chelsea on that money line at plus 155. Those don't have the price because we gave you the other day. Don't have the book. Liverpool and Leeds, that's what Livlee is, Liverpool and Leeds. That is a new bet. First half over 1.5 goals at plus money. You can get that best bet or that best price currently right now. At FanDuel, I can't see myself adding any more Premier League. Maybe I do get around to adding Man City, but right now I think I'm just going to go ahead and roll with that. And then we've got a Portuguese and a League One parlay of over 1.5 goals. Those teams involved are on your now left-hand side. The first game there is in the Portuguese, and the next 3 there are in League One. So the first one's in the Portuguese League. The next 3 are in League One. Same kind of logic as last week. Take games that, we think over 2.5 will hit easily based on the stats. Let's just drop a few of those suckers in a parlay, ask there only to be over 1.5 goals, and see if we can't get a good plus money cash like we did last week. So that's how we'll roll with this week's over 1.5 parlay, and that's how we'll roll overall in soccer. Let's jump back in these comment sections. Yes, sir. We're back. Professor was around last season. He's been around last season. He remembers those first quarter bets. Let's get it. Yeah, you're welcome. Hit me up on Twitter. I know. 5 days off. What are we talking about? 5 days off. You guys heard me. It's because of that momentum. If there was no layoff, I would like the Phillies, but boy, if they don't win game 1, I think it's a full-on wrap. Hey from Chicago. So, all right, let's go ahead and keep it on rolling here, boys. What did we do last NFL Sunday, boys? What did we do last NFL Sunday? 9-0. 9-0. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh shit! I've got 9 bets. I didn't even realize I had 9 bets. Here's the one bad thing for this. You go look on DraftKings right now. You can't bet on any player right now to get a touchdown on NFL Sunday. Guys, when I mean player props are coming out slower, we've kind of mentioned this. This is the worst it's ever been. You can't bet on one player on NFL Sunday to get a touchdown right now, this is what I'm watching. I'm watching Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, when I give you these guys that I'm watching, Derrick Henry is the only one you could go bet right now. His rushing total, though, is at 98.5 yards. I want to also see what his receiving number is. If his receiving number is better, maybe I'll just take the receiving number. Or if the receiving number is, about where it should be, then I'll go rushing and receiving. He should absolutely have a monster day at 98.5 rushing yards. That line's not going to move that much more, so I'll just content and wait that one out. These are the other ones I'm watching, waiting for lines. Again, I wish I could give you player props, but I can't. Latavius Murray or Melvin Gordon. Both of those guys should have a great day from a receiving standpoint. Latavius Murray or Melvin Gordon. Be looking to bet one of those two guys. Saquon Barkley, again, from a receiving standpoint. I want to look at Saquon Barkley from a receiving standpoint. And then TJ Hockenson there, the tight end there, the Detroit Lions. He should have himself an excellent day up against this Miami Dolphins defense from a tight end perspective. So, again, players I'll be eyeing, hoping to bet. If the numbers come in right, just make sure you're following me on Twitter. It's at Winning Bets Pod. It's at Winning Bets Pod. But what are those 9 NFL bets we're going to go ahead and cook up? Let's go ahead and cook them up. A couple of them are new. A couple of them are repeaters. You guys remember the first ones. If there's no book next to them, then you already had those previously. We're going to go ahead and roll with those Eagles, Cowboys, Bills, moneyline parlay at -111. Jags minus 2.5 at -107. Jets plus 2.5 at -107. Titans on the money line at -130. Over 44.5 points. And Giants, Seahawks. New bets coming at you guys. Vikings first half -1.5, -118 at Bet Rivers. Let's talk about that because that's a new bet. We're going back to the angle of fading the Cardinals in the first half. Remember, we faded the Cardinals against the Eagles. We got to cash. We ran it back against the Seahawks. We got to cash. We laid off against the Saints on Thursday night. Correct decision to go ahead and lay off because we would have gotten our cash burned. Now we're going back to the well there against the Vikings. Look, the Cardinals get 2 points on the road in the first half is all they average. They'll get more than 2 points, but that is what they average. They're abysmal. Meanwhile, the Vikings average 17 points in the first half. You're getting the Vikings at home. We're going right back to the angle of fading the Cardinals in the first half. What about the Titans on the first quarter money line at -115 over DraftKings? Anybody know how many points I'm going to pull it up just so I don't misspeak here. The Titans get 7.5 points in the first quarter. Nothing too all that crazy. You know what the Texans average at home points scored in the first quarter? How about a donut? A donut? They ain't got 0 points in the effing first quarter at home. Give me those Titans on that first quarter money line at -150. If there's a tie, who cares? I'll get my money back. It's a two-way line. I mean, what are we talking about? They got no points in the first quarter at home. Give me those Titans on that first quarter money line. Seahawks first half -1. They're, of course, going up against the New York Giants. I want to let me change my notes here and get these up. Seahawks. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to pull up. Hold on. I wanted to pull up. This was what I wanted to pull up. Seahawks come in number 2 in the NFL at 16.1 points. 16.1 points. The Giants are 7.6. 7.6. So a nice big discrepancy there. And you're getting the Seahawks at home. Love obviously backing the home team there in the NFL. So we'll do Seahawks first half -1 with the option to push. We're at -1 at -120 at FanDuel. And then Bills, Packers, same game parlay. We're 8-0 betting Bills games. We're 8-0 in betting Bills games. I had to do a same game parlay because, much like a lot of these props, we're missing a lot. I wanted to give you guys a Bills win so we could push our record to 9-0. So we got some teaser lines up in here. We're going to go ahead and make this bigger because everybody needs to see this because we're moving to 9-0. We'll take Josh Allen over 229.5 passing yards. We'll take Stephon Diggs over 64.5 receiving yards. The Bills will get over 20.5 points scored in the game. And in that first half, they're going to get over 9.5 points scored in that first half. So that bet right there, that same game parlay at +156 is going to move us to 9-0 in betting Buffalo Bills games. Love to see that right there. They should absolutely smash the Broncos. Now let's jump in this comment section, see what you guys are cooking up on this great day, and then we'll let everybody roll and they can enjoy their weekend. Yes, sir. Going to run that angle back. You know it. Player props are coming. I'm going to wait through the weekend. I wanted to give through the weekend, which, by the way, this is actually a good time. Remember, yesterday I gave you guys 3 NBA leans. Thunder against the spread, that would have cashed. The under in that game that I liked would have missed on the hook. The other bet I gave you guys, the under in Kings. Who the hell did the Kings play last night? Kings, Grizzlies, that under would have hit. And that one we were against the public, so that would have felt good cash. You guys know me. I don't give a shit. I'll fade the public. I don't care what people do with their money. I was on the under, and that number kept going up. It got up to 238. That under would have cashed. So I went 2-1 yesterday on NBA leans, so to speak. I didn't bet it, but we talked about it here on the show. So I feel good going 2-1 yesterday. That lets me know my process is dialed in just like it was last season. So we're ready to roll. We're just ready to roll out NBA today. All right, Brian, good luck tonight against the Astros. Yes, sir. You know who's the new under professor? It's what the hell is that guy's name? Keep saying Blake because you said Blake. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is the new under king. I think he's going to be the new guy to replace Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, you can't get him anymore because he doesn't get enough minutes. But I think Ben Simmons could replace him as the new under. But again, I just want to give it through the weekend and then jump into player props. He means fade Blake Griffin until the cows come home. There are a couple of us that wear Blake Griffin jerseys. I've got one in my closet because we did a Blake Griffin free jersey giveaway because he put so much goddamn money in our pocket last season. Blake Griffin, unfortunately you can't get those numbers this year because he just doesn't play enough that they don't offer it. Oh, here he goes. Here it is. The gent's coming in with what I just said. Ben Simmons. Take his points under and you'll cash it damn near every game, I bet. I know, as an actual fan, I agree with that because people, don't think straight. But you know me, I'm a buy the numbers guy. I try and put, your feelings and stuff to the side. I goddamn, I try my best to bet with the numbers. So thank you for that. I think it means a little bit more when it is your bet, when it is actually your team. So appreciate that. And then we got some guys talking about Andrew Wiggins up in here tonight. That guy's on you. I will fire off some NBA bets. So I'm going to leave this up there, let people grab their device, take a screenshot of all these winners. Go ahead, guys. Take that screenshot. Get it in there. Come on. Get it in there. All right, those are all your winners. We've got soccer. We've got NFL. And we've, of course, got baseball. And we've got NBA tonight. So, all right, fellas, there's Money Making Weekend. We're going to go ahead and add to it. I gave you guys several NBA player props I'm keeping an eye on, waiting for lines to drop. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's at Winning Bets Pod. It's at Winning Bets Pod. Look forward to cashing with you guys over Money Making Weekend. Go enjoy your weekend. Holiday weekend. Check that out. All right, fellas. Enjoy it. We'll see you.